Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. Has anyone else noticed? Yes, time. Has time been manipulated? Is something going on with time? We're going to go over some things in this video that have been sent to me here recently that I feel like it's important to share with you guys because it kind of ties back into this whole Miami Mall thing. And I watched a video today that kind of made sense. What's up, guys? What's going on, Patrick? uh, Serpa, Zeb, Eddie, what's going on, guys? It kind of ties back into the whole Miami Mall thing. We're going to revisit just a brief segment of that. Then I have some fascinating things to share with you guys involving possible time manipulation, timelines being crossed and blended. And some people are noticing, and some people may not be noticing. I, for one, have noticed something. Have you noticed something? If you've noticed, leave a comment down below in the comment section. I've got multiple videos to share with you guys in this video. They're very good videos from people from various locations, Puerto Rico, California, and the dates are mixed up. It's just kind of getting very, very interesting, and we're going to talk about that in this video, amongst some other things as well. Galactic superwave. This is something that I looked into 15 years ago, and it may be unfolding today. Back then, it was just a theory. Are we experiencing the residue of a galactic superwave wave? We'll talk about that here in just a moment. But today's video's sponsor is Patriot Gold. There are two things Goldman and Sachs, Bank of America, and JP Morgan agree on. The Feds will cut rates in 2024, and you'll see record high gold prices. If you're in the stock market, rate cuts should scare you, make you a little bit nervous. The three biggest drops were of the S&P 500 were in 1929, 2000, and 2007, and all happened after rate cuts. As we go into an election year, isn't it time you protected your retirement with gold? I remember a moment in time when gold was under $300 an ounce. Now it's over $2,000. So it's time to get in, guys. It really is. Call the proud Americans of the Patriot Gold Group today before it's too late. Mention my channel, MrMBB333, and you'll always get the best in class service from Patriots, protecting Patriots. And Patriot Gold Group has the no fee for life IRA, and your IRA or 401k can be in physical gold or silver. And again, you may be eligible for a no fee for life IRA on qualifying rollovers. Call 888-988-5401 for a free investor guide. Patriot Gold Group is a consumer affairs top-rated gold IRA dealer 7 years in a row. So once again, call 888-988-5401 and begin today. It's an excellent choice, guys. You won't be disappointed. Okay, now back to the video. I received a photo today from a young man out of Virginia. I was actually quite surprised when I got the video, and I can tell they're being honest. You know how you can tell if somebody's playing games or being honest. The video is, or not the video. It's a picture. We're going to start with this because this is quite fascinating. You guys ready for this? Hang on, here we go. Carl, out of Culpeper, Virginia. I just got this today. In fact, it came right over here in the Dropbox less than 6 hours ago. He might have put it in there last night, but I got it 6 hours ago. Out of Culpeper, Virginia. The photo's on the left, backstory over here on the right. Let me read it to you. Check this out. This picture is from my aunt in Culpeper, Virginia. She said her dog, see the dog right here, was acting strange, and she took a picture to send to her boyfriend, and the figure that's circled in this picture was not visible in our spectrum when she took the picture. Whatever this is right here, she didn't see it. The dog noticed something. That's what compelled her to take this photo. Carl A. sharing it with me. I'm sharing it with you guys. Check this out. How weird is this? And what it reminded me was someone had a theory about what potentially occurred down at the Miami Mall with the possible blending of timelines. And maybe something happened that made something appear inside the Miami Mall temporarily, revealing something that we wouldn't normally see, like in this photo here. This was not visible, whatever's in this photo. I want to make something crystal clear. I can't confirm or deny whether or not this happened. I'm just going based off of what Carl is sharing with me. I didn't take the picture. This picture is obviously from his aunt, but I just kind of sense there is a truth in this photograph. The dog you can see is clearly looking at something over there, but for some reason they said they weren't able to see it. It just showed up in the picture. How weird is that? It's like something just kind of entered her realm temporarily and then disappeared. The dog noticed it, but she didn't. I mean, it's just super weird. I've been getting videos here just the last 2 or 3 days, and the videos are from a different time. And some of them are dated like January 21st, but they go back a whole year. Now, like it's 2024, but yet the video, I usually don't have people share videos with me that are a year old. I mean, if I do, it is extremely rare. But I've gotten multiple videos here just in the last 5 days from 2023. I mean, it's getting weird out there, guys. I had a young lady send a text message, not a text message. She sent a message in yesterday's video, and she said she's a employee at Amazon, and the picture on the left is a photo she took of something that she was delivering through the Amazon warehouse. She noticed that there was a purchase of these 2023 July, well, that's what it shows there, but it's the year 2023 calendars. I mean, we're well into 2024. 2023 is in the books. It's history. She was so confused as to why somebody's ordering 2023 calendars, and she said it wasn't just one; it was a whole stack of 2023 calendars. She just thought that was kind of odd, and that was on the 21st, yesterday. She also sent me a picture, and again, it goes back to the blending of timelines, possibly. She noticed the date on her dash was wrong, or vice versa. The camera was showing, check it out, September 25th of 2022. The car was showing September 25th of 2023. And some people are speculating that whatever occurred down in Miami had something to do with the possible blending of timelines. And that's what I learned many years ago about the galactic superwave. This was a theory by a very smart man. The man's name was Dr. Paul LaViolette. And I studied his theory. And keep in mind, this man's a big thinker. He's a genius. But his way of thinking was that as we travel, through the cosmos, through the Milky Way galaxy, the solar system, not just the Earth, keep in mind, it's the whole solar system, the sun, the Earth, we enter these density waves. And to make a long story short, I mean, this is a very deep topic, okay? But just to kind of touch on the gist of it, as we travel through these density waves, maybe at times it can have an influence on time, maybe temporarily, permanently. It's called the galactic superwave theory. And it's quite fascinating. But if you really think about it, there is some truth to it, I think. I think there's at least the possibility of these density realms of energy in our own galaxy that could alter energy. And we are energy, and maybe our perception of time has been altered. That's why I asked in the video. Anybody else noticing, difference in timelines or time changing? I'm going to show you guys some examples of videos that have been sent in recently. And it looks like the videos were just taken. I checked the metadata, and I couldn't find anything there to see if the metadata was consistent with 2024. but the videos, in one case, the video is exactly a year old to the day. I received, let me put this, I want to show you guys. This is an article that was sent in by a viewer. After yesterday's live stream, I had another person send me in confirmation about the no smoking ban at Miami Beach. When she saw my live stream yesterday, she had to confirm it for herself, she said. So she went to see when the no smoking ban took effect in Miami Beach, and she was like, wow, it did take effect January 1st of 2023. And it did, and that's what it was showing at the bottom of the video from 2023. That was exactly like 1 year apart to the day, almost to the hour. Here's an example right here. Here's the two videos. This is a video right here from 2024 of what took place down at the Bayside Mall. This is a video from just a few days ago, January 1st of 2024. Look at the similarities to the video that was taken January 1st of 2023. Check it out. You can't make this stuff up. This video is 3 weeks old, and you're going to see a video that is just over a year old from January of 2023. Here you go, back in time. They look almost identical, right? This is a video from a year ago. Same place, same situation, same thing going on. It's like the same energy just repeated itself again. Wow, there you see it. You see it for yourself. So I had to put them side by side just for, presentation purposes, obviously, for this video. But I wanted to see myself how similar the incidents looked, and they look almost identical, eerily identical. Can you believe that? 365 days apart. Same thing happened at the same location. May very well have involved some of the same people. Don't know. But you can see the squad car presence was the same 365 days apart, almost to the hour. How weird is that? And there was a man that there's the article, and you can see right here, this is the article that was shared with me today, dated January 2nd of 2023. This was the following day. News 7 did an article here about the incident at Bayside Mall back in 2023. So it happened twice, 2023, 2024, same exact thing. I want to share something with you guys that I've never really talked about before. I used to talk to a man, his name was John. He lived in Minnesota. I haven't spoken with him in many years. I think he's passed on. When I used to talk to him, he was in his early to mid 90s, but sharp as a tack, very, very wise man. The wisdom just overflowed off of this man. And I enjoyed talking to him. I would talk to him maybe once a year. We became friends, distant friends, just over the phone. We would just chit chat once a year. And I enjoyed talking to him because he always had, obviously, knowledge and wisdom that I was just absorbing from this man through these phone lines. But he would tell me things, and one of the things that he told me, I never forgot. There's a lot of things he told me I never forgot. This is one of them that I wanted to share with you guys because it involves kind of like a timeline thing. You guys ever hear of the Philadelphia experiment? Well, the Philadelphia experiment, what's up, Western Body? Thank you so much. The Philadelphia experiment was a theory. It supposedly did or didn't happen. The legend was it didn't happen, but it was just talked about. John told me he was in the military in 1951. This occurred back in the 1940s, this experiment where there was a ship, supposedly, they made a movie about it. Some of you may have seen the movie. They moved a ship they cloaked it, moved it from Philadelphia to Virginia, and then it ended up back in Philadelphia. They moved it through time without physically moving it through the water back in the 1940s. John told me, he asked me, he goes, have you ever heard of that? And John wasn't a movie type of a guy. He didn't watch movies. He ran at 94 years old, he was still running a business. He was organic before organic was cool. Yeah, yeah. John ran an organic uh, uh, nut and fruit company, and he knew back. This was back in 2009, 2008. He knew organic was the way to go back then. And as you can see today, what's up? Well, John knew what was up back then. And again, the guy was just a genius, absolute genius. He told me this was true. But again, this would involve, experimenting with time. The ship was moved from Philadelphia to Virginia, but it didn't quite work out perfectly. It worked. uh, but I'll have to post this article down below if you want to read about it, or just simply Google Philadelphia experiment. And no, coming from a man, he heard, he was in the military in the 50s. They said they were still talking about this in the early 1950s, and he heard the talk when he was in the Army, how this had actually worked back in the 1940s. So there's been technology around, guys, for a long, long time. The internet was around, I think, before some of us on here were even born. But it's new to us. But some of this stuff has been around. I don't know. But it makes you wonder: is it being manipulated by through the galactic superwave, or something else? I want to show you guys some videos here that are just, they're good videos. All the videos you guys send in, I enjoy them. I think you guys are quite observant. All of you guys are super alert. You're very well aware of your surroundings. This video here was sent in by Chrissy B out of Cave in Rock, Illinois, and that's down in southeastern Illinois. She sent the video in because it was snowing, as you're going to see in this video, and the sun was out. There were no clouds in the sky. Check this out. See the snow coming down?
So if I zoom in, you can see it.
And she was very taken back by this. So I'm going to let this play for just a few seconds. Check this out.
It's called diamond dusting.
Diamond
when
dusting.
It's snowing and it's a clear blue sky.
Snowing, clear blue sky. Now, I just got this video, okay? Just got it. This video is not even a day old to me, right? Check it out. Check it out.
Videos. It's like just right here. It's like over our house. It's not.
This video is not a day old to me.
Or...
Check this out.
I don't get it.
Okay, now watch. I'm going to just kind of step it forward because it's the same thing. You can see the diamond dust, snow particulates, ice crystals coming down through the sky. Okay, and this would be in southeastern Illinois. It's been cold up there. It's been cold enough to snow. Went through the whole polar vortex thing. And I'm thinking, okay, this video is just a couple days old, tops, right? Get to the end of the video. Check this out. Check it out.
$2023. What the heck?
2023. This was filmed exactly a year ago yesterday. But I just got it. January 21st, 2023. Okay, I don't know why she waited a year to share this with me. And she even said in the video, 2023, I checked the metadata, but the metadata, for some reason, when it goes through the Dropbox, the metadata always isn't there. I don't know why. It is on certain pictures, but sometimes it is not. Check this one out. We're going from Cave in Rock, Illinois, to Puerto Rico. Video footage here sent in by our friend Edsel. And this one too. Look at the date. June 15th of 2023. Over 6 months ago. Now, Edsel sends me stuff frequently. I get videos from Edsel. We just saw one Edsel sent in of a mysterious light way out over the Atlantic Ocean, right? She usually doesn't send me stuff that's 6 months old. But this one, again, goes back to 2023 for some reason. I don't know why. She's never shared old things with me, and she noticed something, and maybe it's just because of its uniqueness. I'll give this one the benefit of the doubt. The one before, exactly a year later to the day, I don't know. I just found it weird. This here, I don't know what Edsel saw in the skies above Puerto Rico, apparently in June of 2023, not 2024. Some sort of a fairly good size white stationary object up in the sky. Doesn't appear to be a balloon, and I can tell you how I identify weather balloons and typically balloons in general. You zoom in, you look for a payload. You look for a payload coming down off the bottom of the balloon, and a lot of times a payload on the bottom of the balloon, I'm talking lines of maybe cables, rope, string, whatever, it'll cause the balloon to stretch. That's why you've seen weather balloons that are real long. They're shaped like a long ice cream cone or teardrop or something. It's because of the weight of the payload and gravity. Gravity causes it to stretch. When they're nice and round, like this one right here, chances are there's no payload on the thing. So chances are it's not any type of sophisticated weather balloon up there collecting weather data. There's no payload on it. So what is it? I mean, it looks to be about a good 5-6 feet in diameter, perfectly round, no wings, wasn't making any sound, had no flashing lights. It is interesting, but it's equally as interesting that yet another person sent me something from 6 months ago, back in 2023. Here we go again. Check this out. I think I've got one more to share with you guys here. That goes back in time, and then we're going to talk about some. This is just plain weird. This is a good video, too. This person observed something in the daytime sky, nacho, but it goes back to October 22nd of 2023. Not that far back. I mean, okay, we can roll with that. But look at what he noticed, and this is a long ways away. I'm zoomed in on his zoom, and he must have been using a pretty high quality recording device because it didn't get overly pixelated. Look at how far away this thing is, whatever it may be. It's just kind of cruising through the sky. Not sure if he will come right back. That's at the 28-second mark. Not sure where he filmed this at. Of course, he didn't say. I'm waiting to hear back to see exactly where he filmed this at. But it was a long ways away from his location. Again, here we go. See, he's retracting back in. See how far away that is? That's probably a mile away. Almost looks like a person or something slowly coming down. But that's not a typical parachute. Not a typical balloon. Yeah, it would be like see how far away that is? I don't even know how he saw it. Had a payload on it, but it wasn't a heavy payload to where it was causing the balloon to stretch. I don't know, guys. It's just kind of weird. Here it is in a different format. Light is dark, dark is light. Looking for any possible features that we may have missed in the original video. Nothing there. I mean, just something quietly cruising through the daytime sky that appears to be under its own power. It's kind of coming down at an angle, not necessarily being overly influenced by the wind. Not necessarily saying it has a propulsion system on it, but notice how it's coming in at an angle like it's under some sort of intelligent control. So some sort of another weird object in the daytime sky. Not sure of the location. I'm waiting to hear back from Nacho. Check this one out. Another weird one, also from July 9th of, you guessed it, 2023. What's going on with this 2023 stuff? We're in 2024. I love it. This is great. Sent in by Mr. Martin. Not sure of the location.
I don't know what that is.
He said he's going to record this because he doesn't know what it is. This was way up in the sky from a distance. Okay, hold on right there. I paused it right here because look what flew into the field of view. A bird. That right at the top, that's a bird. A genuine bird. You can see the wings going up and down. The object below is what Martin was zoomed in on. This shows us right here that it's clearly not a bird. That was a bird that flew in and gave us a free comparison, and we appreciate that. But anyway, back to this thing here. Look at that thing. That is a pretty good size. Almost looks like a wing.
I know.
There went another bird. Probably going up to see what this thing was. Anybody ever see anything like that? Here it is in an inverted format. Light is dark, dark is light. Speaking of light, the sun's coming in here. Honestly, I've never seen anything quite like that. Very unique. No flashing lights, no blinking lights, made no noise, was just kind of circling above his location like a hawk would. This obviously was not a live bird. There's a bird right there. This was some sort of a uh, intelligently designed structure, craft that had the ability to fly, wasn't making any sound. Doesn't look like a drone. Looks like a wing of some sort. Looks very, very strange. That was a great observation, and that was probably a good 2 or 3 thousand feet in the air, back to July 9th of 2023. Another good video. Appreciate that, guys. Got a photo here out of Windermere, Florida. It looks like something fell through the sky. I'm not quite sure what we've got going on here, but a photo was sent in by Pam and Neil out of Windermere, Florida. This one dated the 21st, January 21st of 2024. So this photo here is just a couple of days old, not very old at all. What else we got going on here? The objects in the sky. This photo here, this is what I started with, just in case you guys missed it. This photo was sent in by Carl out of Culpeper, Virginia. The dog was looking at something over here. The individual that's operating the camera took the picture. Whatever showed up in the picture was not visible to the person that took the picture. That's why they circled it. That was not there. The dog appeared to notice it. They did not notice it. So again, it's kind of like, is something blending timelines, and why are people ordering 2023 calendars? You know, Candace was just very mystified as to why people were ordering 2023 calendars. And we're in 2024. Checking in on the GOES X-ray flux, we're seeing an increase. We've been talking about this increase coming now for a few days. I think it's here, guys. And there is a storm brewing. We've been talking about that. Here it comes. We've had 3 M-class solar flares in less than 7 hours. So it is on. The Earth-facing side of the sun is starting to get hot. The active regions and sunspots have been there. They've just been quiet. They've been sleepy. Guess what? They are awake now. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see some major activity coming out of these regions right here, because it looks like to me the polarity, the mixing of the polarities, that's what causes the flares. When you have positive and negative mixing, like the mixing of timelines or something like that, when the magnetic polarity mixes, boom, you have a solar flare. Just depends on how big it is, or how much mixing it is determines how big the flare is. So that right there has the potential for a lot of magnetic mixing. So look for a lot of solar activity here in the next probably 48 hours. We're going to see an increase probably in 24 hours. We're also looking at the possibility of the arrival of a large CME right there. And you can see it behind me that departed the sun less than 48 hours ago. Well, coming right at Earth. And here it is right here. And it's expected to arrive basically anytime. That's it right there. The Earth is the green circle you see right there. The red circle is the Stereo Ahead spacecraft that monitors the sun. The blue circle is the Stereo B spacecraft that monitors the sun. They orbit the sun with the Earth. And there's a prime example. So does the SDO. The spacecraft right here that took that photo orbits the Earth, orbits the sun. Sometimes it goes around the Earth, but it orbits the sun right back here with the Earth. That's how it took that photograph. Looking at the Schumann resonance, been quiet now for pretty much 2 weeks. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano. Half the seismographs are blank. I'm not quite sure what's going on. This happens occasionally, but not very often. This many, they're just blank. There's an absence of data. Seeing some earthquake activity at Mammoth Vault, Madison River, but nothing major right now going on at the supervolcano. Power outage situation, pretty good. Looking at 32,000 customers in California without electricity. Some of those are weather related due to the large system you can see right here coming in. That's going to bring rain to our area here in Arizona. In fact, we've already seen some. There's more on the way. Obviously, you can see the whole western United States all the way up into British Columbia is going to be affected by some form of rain. Whether it be a lot of rain or a little bit of rain remains to be seen. But yet another large, what looks like an atmospheric river coming into the western part of the United States. There was a situation up in Oregon following one of these mini atmospheric rivers where power lines were down. We saw power poles down in Idaho, 100. You can see power poles here in Oregon. This article is dated today, January 22nd. Unfortunately, one of these power poles fell onto a car that had 4 occupants in the car. And there were casualties because of the power pole fell right on top of the car. Just a terrible situation. And we were looking at the power outages up here in Oregon, and it probably, I think it happened in the Portland area, this area right in here. There's still 5,000 customers without electricity in that area. And you can see why, because there's power lines right there that are in some cases laying on the ground. And in one case, one of the power poles landed on a car. So the storms are still coming in along the West Coast. And we have a rare event. See right here, this is called a negative tilt trough. Whenever you see a negative tilt trough like that, it's associated with kind of sketchy weather. So that's what we're seeing here. And this is a negative tilt going right up from southeastern Texas up into New Mexico. It's called a negative tilt trough. And when you see that, you know around that trough, you're going to have dicey weather, whether it be high winds or things like that. But look for some tricky weather in Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, obviously California. Looking at the earthquake situation, there was just a large, when I say just, here in the last couple of hours, 7.0 in Icole, China, coming in at, wow, a mere 6 miles deep. Super shallow earthquake, followed by all of these aftershocks of 5.5, aftershock of 5.0, another 5.5, 5.1, 5.2, multiple 4.9. So seeing a lot of activity in the mountainous regions of northern China. I looked at the map pretty close as I could zoom in, but it was close enough to tell that there weren't any communities here in this area. So hopefully it just stays that way. But from what I understand, there's not any villages or large cities in this area. Those are mountainous earthquakes. But nevertheless, that was a 7.0, very shallow 7.0. 76 days, 16 hours until the great solar eclipse of April 8th of 2024. Getting closer, guys. The countdown is getting close. We're waiting on the 10-day forecast. We're going to a location where the skies are going to be clear. We're going to bring you guys the eclipse live from one of these locations in this yellow strip, the path of totality. That includes Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio. Goes right through Arkansas. You guys got the best seat in the house, man. Everybody here in this yellow stripe, you guys are going to be in the path of 100% visibility. You're going to see the eclipse that looks like that, and going to be joined this guy here or one of his friends that look like that. Can you imagine looking up and seeing the eclipse and seeing this comet next to the sun? It's going to be quite an event, guys, and we're going to bring it to you live. We're going to a location. I want to get that comet on video. I want to get the eclipse obviously on video. Going to do it live. Going to bring it to you from a location. The comet's still inbound. I check it every single day. Right there it is, Comet 12P Ponds Brooks. This is a icy volcanic comet that's going to join the solar eclipse. It's going to have perihelion, or close to its perihelion. Perihelion is its closest approach to the sun. So the closer comets get to the sun, the better chance we have of seeing this thing erupt. This thing could be erupting volcanically in the sky right in front of you, especially if you're in the path of 100% visibility. Are you serious, man? You can't make this stuff up. So we got a comet joining the eclipse. The comet's been traveling for eons. It's going to be visible next to the sun for just a little over an hour. How does that happen? Been traveling for years and years and years, but it's going to be visible in the sky during a total solar eclipse? Man, you can't make this stuff up. So we got to go there and record it, guys, at the very least. I mean, we have to go record it. So I'm going to bring you that eclipse live from one of these locations in the path of totality, whether it be Ohio Oklahoma, Arkansas, Indiana. Indiana's got a really good view in Indianapolis, right through the center of Indianapolis, south central Indiana, right through north central Ohio, northern New York. You guys, again, have the best seat in the house. So we will be in one of those locations. I'm waiting on. That's why I'm counting the days. 76 days, 16 hours. When it gets down to 60 or gets down to 10 days, and I can get a good 10-day forecast, that's where we're going to decide, okay, which area is going to be the least cloudy. Hopefully everybody has no clouds and everybody can see the eclipse, without any cloud interference. But where I'm at out here in Phoenix, it's only like 60, maybe 65% visibility. Got to go to where it's 100. So we're going to go to where it's 100. So I'm going to bring you that via a live stream, April 8th of 2024, 76 days away, guys. So looking forward to that. So once again, anybody else noticing anything weird with time? I kind of feel that there's something going on. I think maybe Dr. Paul LaViolette might have been onto something. Well, I'm sure he was. He was a genius. It's just us catching up with his way of thinking. Maybe the galactic superwave has arrived and we're in it. And maybe it's influencing time. Time will tell. Pay attention, guys. Pay attention to your surroundings and let me know if you notice anything strange, like the gentleman from Virginia who noticed the strange apparition that showed up in a photograph that they could not see. The dog saw it, but they could not. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. Have a super day and be safe out there. Yes.